You want to win the gold lane, but there is a problem. You keep dying in the first 3 minutes because you have an absolute compulsion to chase early kills. Stop taking every fight. Winning your lane means actively suppressing the urge to brawl. We are going to use the SMART gold strategy. The goal is simple. Finish the first 5 minutes with a massive economic advantage and 0 unnecessary deaths. To make this work, lock in a marksman hero and set one strict rule for yourself. Strictly prioritize gathering gold over chasing player eliminations. True dominance in the early game is measured by your gold total, even if your kill count stays at 0. Step 1 starts the second you step into the lane and the first minions clash. If you ignore those minions to launch premature attacks on the enemy hero, you are throwing away guaranteed money for 0 payoff. This side-by-side bar chart shows the exact numerical advantage. The left side tracks the rapid gold accumulation of a player strictly securing minion last hits, while the right side remains stagnant because that player is busy fighting and missing their drops. Instead of all-out brawling, smart players use a calculated alternative called damage trading. You wait for the exact moment the enemy expends a skill to hit a minion, putting their abilities on cooldown. That is your trigger. You step up, land 1 or 2 basic attacks, and immediately retreat to safety. Your early interactions are strictly transactional. You extract enemy health only when the math dictates they cannot hit you back. Eventually, those repeated trades push the enemy hero's HP into the red zone, shifting the spatial dynamics of the lane. This vector map shows zoning. Step past the minion wave to create a zone of control, isolating the enemy dot. Forced out of range, dying minions drop gold the enemy cannot collect. You are actively starving their economy. But if a trade goes wrong and your own HP drops below the 40% survival threshold, the strategy flips. You immediately retreat and lock yourself behind the defensive radius of your allied tower. Let the enemy minions push deep into your safe zone. You can secure the last hits right under the tower without taking any risk. Your physical position adapts constantly to the HP math. Health advantages turn into enemy starvation, and health deficits mean prioritizing guaranteed survival. All of this gold gathering and careful trading builds up to one specific window of opportunity. You only commit to a full engagement if the enemy steps outside their safety zone, or if you have confirmed the arrival of your allied jungler. Before you cross the lane to attack, ping your team so they know exactly what you intend to do. Then you execute. You unload the full combination of your abilities in rapid succession, but only because the kill is mathematically guaranteed. A smart gold laner never forces a kill. You act as an executioner for enemies who make calculated positional errors. The lane phase reaches its definitive conclusion when you destroy the enemy's first defensive tower. These comparative numerical counters quantify your success. Your gold metric is climbing rapidly, leaving your opponent sitting with a deficit of over 1,500 gold. That localized wealth advantage alters the balance of power across the entire map in your favor. Now, your geographic focus moves away from the gold lane and shifts toward the central river area. This is where the first major team objective spawns, the turtle. It is your next point of conflict. The economic lead from a one lane serves as the launchpad for securing the map's most critical early objectives.